Hello family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Akubeze and I am a content creator based in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm going to be sharing my highly requested acne journey video. Man, this acne journey has been a journey, that one is for sure. And I have actually posted part 1 of my acne journey. I filmed that in 2020, so please be sure to catch up on that video. But yeah, there's definitely been a lot more that has happened since then. I think you guys could see if you watch my vlogs, and my skin just progressively kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And even by the time I stopped vlogging, it was not the worst, it got worse. It got worse. It got worse and worse and worse. Bruv, like it was so bad that by the time I got to Port Harcourt for my brother's wedding in September of 2021, my parents were like, okay, this is concerning now, like what is going on? Like it was terrible. So by the time I traveled to London after the wedding, my dad was very willing for me to see a dermatologist, and I was able to get in touch with Dr. Tabby Leslie. She was recommended by my gynecologist of the London clinic, and honestly, like, she changed my skin. My skin made significant progress. She went through my history, because in my first video I was blaming the fact that, you know, I was going to too many spas and also using too many products. Meanwhile, I just recently rewatched that video and I noticed that I was like, oh yeah, Oledo has told me to reduce the number of products, and then I show you my skincare routine and I still had like 10 products I was using. So yeah, you know, I was blaming my products and, you know, my constant changing of let me not call them dermatologists, aestheticians, and different spas, you know, and different procedures as the reason for my skin breaking out. But that was partly true, but it wasn't the full story. By the time I spoke to Dr. Leslie, she went through my history and she was able to ascertain that the real cause of my acne was hormonal. And my hormones were being suppressed because I was on birth control up until 2017. But by the time I got off birth control, you know, my hormones started re-regulating, and it didn't happen immediately, which is why it seemed like, you know, each year the skin was getting worse and worse and worse. Because, you know, my body was gradually regulating, my hormones were gradually regulating. So she was like, my only option, well, she was like, my option when it comes to hormonal acne, it's not necessarily about what you use on your skin, it's what's going on inside of you. So she did mention that, you know, the amount of products I was using and chemical peels I had done had compromised the natural barrier of my skin. So she was going to simplify my routine. But aside from that, for me to actually cure the acne, I had to go back on pills. So it was either birth control, which was, you know, not going to be a long-term solution, because the same thing would happen in the sense of if I got off birth control, my skin would start breaking out again, or I could get on Roaccutane. So Roaccutane is an antibiotic, which is like very serious. Like the side effects, when you read them, will literally put you off using the drug. You're not allowed to have kids when you're on it because the child can be deformed. You can have back pain, joint pain, liver failure, dry skin, depression. Some people commit suicide, like, you know. So I had to do blood work before I started the pills, and after a month of using the pill. So after the first month, and she realized that my body could handle it, then she put me on the pills for 5 months. So I was on the pills for 5 months in total, and I had no side effects. Like the only thing I had was dry lips, but I found like a really good healing ointment that, you know, was taking care of my lips. So I really didn't suffer any of the side effects. And honestly, when I first got off the Roaccutane, my skin was so clear, like spotless. Hi family, so I just left the office and I forgot to show you that this is my face. I'm officially done with my Accutane, and this is what my face is currently looking like. I'm also on my period, so I have 2 spots. One. So yeah, let's see how it goes. But I'm so happy with my Accutane journey. I think I'll make a separate video, but reality is I don't really have much to share because I didn't experience any of the major side effects, maybe except for dry lips, but I always kept my lips moisturized. And if you guys notice, my lips are getting lighter now. I don't know if it's because I stopped smoking as well, or, you know, because of because of the constant like moisturization. So aside from the Roaccutane, like I mentioned, she simplified my routine, and my routine was literally 2 products. I have them right here. So Demol 500 lotion, I was using this, I'm still using it. So I use it as a soap and as a cream. And then La Roche-Posay sunscreen. This was literally all I was using, only 2 products for 5 months. And then by the time I got off the Roaccutane, I started noticing a bit of breakouts, and then Dr. Leslie recommended that I get on azelaic acid. Hi family, how we doing? So I wanted to give you guys a quick update on my skin, because it's officially been like almost 2 months since I've been off the Roaccutane, and my skin has been doing quite well. I'm standing right in front of the sun right now, so you guys can get a clear picture. But you know, I started noticing little pustules on my face, so I got in touch with my dermatologist, who is in London, Dr. Leslie, and she basically prescribed that I start incorporating azelaic acid 20% into my routine. So that's what I am doing. So I just wanted to show you guys. I finally found it yesterday at Pure Life Pharmacy in Lekki, even though I had ordered it from London, so whatever. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what my face was looking like today, because we'll see if the azelaic acid makes a difference. But you know, I was even looking at these pustules. I'm like, if this is all I have to deal with, I thank you, God. I remember my skin those days, y'all. Anyways, I still felt like my skin could do better, and I was noticing my breakout, and I didn't want it to happen again. So you know, the product junkie in me just felt like I wanted to do more. So when I went back to London in September, I was able to see her, and she was happy with the progress of my skin. My skin was actually not as scarred as it is now. I'm expecting my period, by the way, but we'll get into that. She recommended that I either go back on Roaccutane, or I could use this gel called Epiduo. So this Epiduo gel is meant to be like the gel form of the drug. So instead of using the drug, it's like a topical treatment. So I only use this at night, and she recommended I use it for 2 months. So I've officially reached the 2-month mark. My 2 months was on the 18th of October, but my skin is like not clear, and my skin, first of all, my skin broke out so much when I started using it, and my skin got so sensitive because I think I was using too much of the products. You literally need just like a pea-sized amount. I was using it like generously, so my skin didn't like it at first, and then I started watching other people's YouTube videos about it, and they were like, oh, after like 8 weeks you start seeing results. So to me, I'm like, how can she tell me to have used it for 8 weeks? Even though, I don't know, I should really just trust her and switch, because I meant to use that for 2 months and then get back on azelaic acid. But instead of 20%, she put me on 15%. So yeah, I'm going to stop using the Epiduo really and truly, and then start using this azelaic acid from today. So this skincare update is not conclusive, like there's still a long way to go. And that's what I really wanted to say for the last part of this discussion. The conclusion of the matter to me, after years and years and years of struggling with this acne thing, is that like perfect skin is a myth, especially if you have hormonal acne. Dr. Leslie did mention that, you know, when I do have kids, my hormones will change and I may not have acne again. Even this Roaccutane is meant to be a cure for at least 5 years. So, you know, I'm praying I have kids in that time. Father Lord, please help me, because aside from not wanting acne, like, geez. Okay, but side note, so really and truly, the journey is gonna keep going. Like, I actually filmed this video yesterday, but I wasn't very happy with the quality of it, so that's why I'm refilming it. But as I yesterday, when I was filming this video, I did not have this dot in my head, but I wake up this morning and I have it, because my period is coming in like a week, and this is normal. Like, around my periods, I'm gonna break out, and you know, when I'm stressed, my hormones are all over the place, I'm gonna break out, and that's just it. I've also noticed things like sugar and dairy trigger my breakouts, and I tend to crave sugar and dairy when I am you know, on my period or getting close to my period. I'm just grateful that at least now I know it's my hormones. At least now I know what's going on. I don't have to keep going from one esthetician to another, trying one product to another, because you could have sold me anything and taken me anywhere to clear my acne, really and truly. So, you know, I'm just grateful that I have the information. And if you're like me, honestly, see a dermatologist, not an esthetician, to save you money in the long run. And, you know, somebody that can actually get to understand your skin, know your blood work, figure out your triggers and all. And then that way it's just about managing the acne. So yeah, comfortable in my skin. I don't know why that song just popped into my head. But yeah, the point is that I feel like I'm now more comfortable with where my skin is at, and the acne journey continues. So please be sure to subscribe, stay tuned. Yeah, the story is to be continued. Oh, sorry, I was about to end this video, but I just realized that me being the product junkie I am, I have incorporated some other skincare products that I need to open up to you guys about, even though my dermatologist does not know about it. So Dr. Leslie, if you're watching this video, I'm very sorry. But I discovered this scrub from my mom, the Wishful You'll Glow enzyme scrub. I absolutely love it. It's like such a good exfoliator. So every time I feel like my skin is toxic, like, I use it. You're actually allowed to use it every day, but I don't use it every day. I don't even remember. I think it's been like a week or 2 weeks since I last used it. Like, so I don't use it that often. It's very gentle, but it's very effective. I absolutely love it. And then the healing ointment I was talking about is this CeraVe healing ointment. I use it on my lips, or yeah, just on my lips, really and truly, or like as a Vaseline on my body skin. Let me know if you guys want to see a body skincare video, because that is one thing I'm grateful for. I don't have body acne. You know, I do have fresh skin, thank God. And lastly, on days when, you know, my skin is feeling extra toxic and just like clogged up, and especially if I use makeup, like I tend to find that because this is like a cream, it doesn't really like give me that fresh wash feel. I don't know how to explain it. So I use this You To The People like superfood cleanser. They wash, and then I now go back over my face with the Dermal 500 just to moisturize. So that's it. If you enjoyed the video, and please let me know if you've used any of these products, if you suffer with hormonal acne, if you've been on Roaccutane. Like, let me know what you should think about the video. Let me know how you can relate, and yeah, to be continued, like I always say. See you tomorrow.